Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes may have been Manchester United's brightest spark in a dark and dismal season, but his future at Old Trafford is far from certain. As Saudi giants Al Hilal circle with a staggering £100 million offer, new United manager Ruben Amorim is making one thing clear: losing his captain is not an option. With the club reeling from a historic 15th place Premier League finish and missing out on Champions League football, Fernandes' leadership and creativity are more vital than ever. Still, with major squad changes looming and financial pressure mounting, United may be forced to make difficult decisions. The rebuild is on, but will Fernandes be part of it? Ruben Amorim has reiterated that Bruno Fernandes remains really important for what Manchester United want to achieve. Transfer speculation continues to mount over the Portugal international after his comments last week. Fernandes, 30, was the shining light in a rotten campaign for the Red Devils, who finished 15th in the Premier League. But United's failure to salvage their sorry season in the Europa League final, which also cost them Champions League qualification, has thrown the midfielder's future into doubt. Al Hilal are willing to splash out a staggering £100 million to bring Fernandes to the Saudi Pro League if the United captain is ready to call time on his Old Trafford career. And while United as a club will consider serious offers for all of their players this summer, Amorim has once again made it clear that keeping Fernandes is a top priority ahead of the club's post-season tour of Asia. "He's really important for us and really important for what we want to build with this team," Amorim said when he was asked about what the future holds for Manchester United's talisman. He added, "The last game the team was without pressure. They performed quite well. Everybody wants the ball. The team has different moments, and in different moments, Bruno Fernandes takes responsibility. Fernandes' importance on the team may be well documented, but United will need to raise additional funds if they are to overhaul the beleaguered squad that limped to the club's worst ever finish in the Premier League era." The Red Devils are poised to trigger the £62.5 million release clause in the contract of Matthias Cunha, while Liam Delap, the Ipswich Town striker, is also on their radar and available for £30 million. Club chief Jason Wilcox knows Delap well from their time at Manchester City, and it's understood United are leading the race for his signature. Further signings will also be required if United are to rebuild and make things right next year, and Amorim admitted that missing out on the riches that come hand in hand with Champions League qualification will make things harder in the transfer market. "Omar Barada is here. He can explain better than me. We always prepare two plans, one with Champions League, one without Champions League," he admitted. "Without Champions League, we don't need a big squad. We can control the squad in a better way. Then we have a plan that is to bring some new players, of course. But our big plan is to improve the team that we have, is to improve our academy. That is the future. Is not going to change so much because we have the FFP rules. We are not allowed to do much this summer. It's important to stick together. We are going to struggle. It is not going to be everything right away, but I see the team improving, and that is the most important thing." While United will count the cost of failing to reach the Champions League, Amorim feels there are, at least, some benefits for his broken team. "The target is to win the first game. For us not to be in the Champions League could be an advantage to perform well, to build that core that we need for the future." After a record-breaking season and a dramatic Portuguese Cup final, Victor Gyokeres may have just played his final game for Sporting Lisbon, and Arsenal are waiting in the wings. The Swedish striker capped off his sensational campaign with a 53rd goal in stoppage time to help Sporting clinch a domestic double, then left fans and reporters guessing about his next move. When asked about his future, and specifically about Arsenal, Gyokeres gave a cautious yet telling response: "Let us see." It's hard to say, you never know in football. His hesitation speaks volumes. With 66 goal contributions in just 51 games this season, the 26-year-old is now top of Arsenal's wish list as Mikel Arteta seeks a proven goal machine to fire the Gunners to Premier League glory. Sporting are set to demand £60 million, and Arsenal are ready to meet it. With a contract offer on the table worth over £200,000 a week, all eyes are now on whether Gyokeres will complete what could be the defining transfer of Arsenal's summer. Victor Gyokeres offered a telling hint that he is about to leave Sporting Lisbon after helping his side complete a domestic double. Gyokeres is the most sought-after striker in Europe this summer and has been strongly linked with a move to Arsenal. He wrapped up his 2024-25 campaign in style as Sporting added the Portuguese Cup to the league title with a nervy win over rivals Benfica. Gyokeres scored a crucial equaliser from the penalty spot in the 11th minute of added time to force the match into extra time after Benfica took the lead through Orkun Kokcu. Sporting then pushed on in extra time with goals from Conrad Harder and Francisco Trincao securing the trophy with a 3-1 win. His goal meant Gyokeres ended the season with 2 trophies to go with his 53 goals and 13 assists in 51 games. But straight after the final whistle and the trophy lift, the Swedish striker knew what he would be asked about. Speaking to reporters, he tried to keep his cards close to his chest when quizzed on a pending transfer, but his words spoke volumes. "Let us see," he said. "It's hard for me to say, because yeah, it is football, and you never know what's going to happen in the summer. So for me to say anything else than that is impossible." Asked specifically about Arsenal, he added, "I don't know, I just focus on this. I've tried to focus on the last games because it's so important, and I don't want to think about anything else. So yeah, if anything is true, let's see in the summer." United report understands that Arsenal believe Gyokeres will be theirs if they stump up Sporting's asking price of £60 million. The Gunners will have to pay the 26-year-old over £200,000 a week to secure his services, but are ready to do so in order to secure the kind of top-class goalscorer they have been missing. Sporting and Gyokeres have waited until the end of the season before dealing with the Swedish international's future. They are now expected to open talks with interested parties, with Arsenal at the front of the queue. Arsenal finished second for the 3rd straight Premier League season and know they have missed a prolific goalscorer, with the injuries to Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz costing them dearly. New sporting director Andrea Berta is the man tasked with finding the right man, and it is believed that Gyokeres is their first choice, ahead of RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko. Mikel Arteta has made it clear that Arsenal need a striker in order to go to the next level. "If you want to win major trophies, you have to be the best in the market, no?" Arteta said before the trip to Southampton on the final day of the season. "What is clear with the amount of injuries that we had in the front line is that we need a goal threat and we need firepower." Understanding that the context can change tomorrow, we cannot rely just on the numbers that we had before. We have to add goals, creativity, and we have to add numbers, and that will be in different positions.